Well, hello and welcome to our third update. Hey, I just want to let you know I have some great news for you today. We will be regathering as a church on June 14th. That will be our regathering Sunday. So just a week and a half away from today. Today is Tuesday. And I just want to review a couple of quick things with you, just to kind of update you and let you know what to expect. Okay. First of all, as all of you know, we are going through some very turbulent times right now as a nation. So I appreciate all of your prayers, and I'm praying for you. And as we move forward together in unity, as we continue to seek the Lord for direction, we are confident that God will continue to guide us through these times. You know, I'm reminded that the early church also faced tremendous persecution. You know, the early church did not have a building per se to meet in. And you know, they were under great oppression from the government in those days as well. So the truth is that God is the same yesterday, He's the same today, and He's the same tomorrow. So there's really nothing new underneath the sun. And God led His people 2,000 years ago. He's been leading His people through great challenges throughout history, and I'm confident that God will continue to guide us through these turbulent times as well. But just want to address last Thursday, Governor Pritzker put out some new guidelines for churches. And so on Sunday afternoon, the board and the ministry leaders gathered together, and we just put together, kind of finalized our plan based on those recommendations, and decided June 14th would be the soonest we would be able to open up our doors and have everything ready so that it would be safe and to protect your health and to be able to guide us forward as a church. So June 14th is our launching point, and we're excited about that. We will continue to have our online services as well. We will stream our services live on Facebook, okay? So they will not be pre-recorded. It'll be a live stream, which if you're considered vulnerable, at risk, then we encourage you to feel free to stay at home if you're not comfortable coming back to the building. But we will be having service in the sanctuary. So we'll be able to also meet there in that space with a 6-foot social distancing recommendation. So we're excited to be able to have 80 people there in the sanctuary that we can fit in there, okay? So that's kind of how we're looking to move forward. Hey, real quick, just today I got back the results from the survey that we asked you to fill out. Thank you for participating. 28 family units participated in that, so we got some pretty good data. I just want to say that the data that we received from our church really matched like a glove the data that was collected from Central Illinois. So great representation. I think the people in our community are all feeling about the same over different things. The responses really kind of were a 50-50. Those that were ready to return back right away, soon first opportunity, and those that were a little bit more cautious. So that was in our church as well as our region. People are still, there's at least half the people that are kind of cautious and just will make their way back, but just are just wanting to make sure that things are kind of in place before they feel comfortable doing that. Okay, and so one of the things that the survey helped us is just gather some information regarding the guidelines. And so again, it was pretty consistent that most people believe that they expected that there would be guidelines that they would have to follow when we return. So let me go over some of those with you here quickly. So we will, before service, we're going to have all the chairs set up, hopefully in the clusters in accordance with your family and your family size. Okay, we're even thinking about adding some tables along the back to kind of help facilitate families with small children so that they can have their activity bags, some coloring sheets, maybe some worksheets, things that will just help them to stay busy through the service. The service will be a shortened version. It'll be a family service, family friendly, and that's something that you can expect, okay? Now, at the end, I'm going to let you know how you can help us out. And one of the ways that is to register ahead of time, but I'll review that at the very end again. But just so you're aware right now, if you would be so kind to let us know you're coming that Sunday, and it's real easy how you can let us know that, then we will set up your chair count for your family, and it'll be ready for you, and that'll help us to maximize our space if we can know how to space the chairs out accordingly. We are asking that you wear masks as you enter into the building, okay? The front doors will be propped open. We'll have people stagger in. You'll come in. There'll be greeters right there when you walk into the lobby. There'll be a couple of hand pump sanitizer there. We'll ask you to sanitize your hands. The first thing you do when you come in, just do some a little hand sanitation, and then you'll move right into the sanctuary where an usher will usher you to your seat. And we'll ask that once you get to your seat, that you stay seated in that space until the service is over, where then you will be ushered out the doors into the parking lot, where you can then stay as long as you would like. In the outdoors, we encourage you to go ahead and fellowship outside, okay? Appreciate that. And then, so all of that said, then during the service, again, the whole service will be designed to be a touchless service. So offerings will be put in the offering box. We take communion. There'll be prepackaged communion sets that you will go ahead and take yourself. They'll just be there in a basket. You'll help yourself with that. Families will need to stay together. Children will need to stay with their families. We know that will be one of the challenges that we'll face, asking you, and I certainly will be sensitive to that, and we'll work together towards that goal. But that will be really important for us as we move into week 2 and week 3, as we kind of establish some guidelines that we can then decide how we'll be able to proceed to the next level of ministry to children, okay? But at the beginning, it's important that the families worship together, stay as a group, and the children stay with their families. The sanctuary doors will stay open, the outside doors will stay open just to let in fresh air. The overflow room will also be set up. So if we reach our capacity of 80 in the FLC building, there'll be a space set up with a big projector screen, and you'll be able to be a part of the service over there. So we'll still be able to connect, you'll still be able to see people. Again, the church is the assembly of the saints, so encourage you to come out and even be a part of that online experience, even if it is an FLC. But obviously, if you register and let us know, we'll get you a seat there in the sanctuary, which would be our first choice. The bathrooms, we're asking that people use the restrooms one family at a time. So if you go in, you would use the restroom, and then we'll ask you to just wipe down any handles or anything that you touch. We'll have some wipes in there, and you just do your best to sanitize that before you leave. And then we'll ask each person that goes in to clean up after themselves, and then we'll do a big cleaning once service is all over to set things up for the next group. Then after the service, again, you would need to stay seated until the service is over. The ushers will dismiss you. We ask you to put your mask as you leave the space, okay? And yeah. That's it. And then we'll clean all the bathrooms, the sanctuary, the microphones, all that stuff will be cleaned at the end of the service. So if you're on the worship team, we're asking you to participate. I think if everyone can just be in the habit of kind of cleaning up their space as far as sanitation, that will really help Jeff and Vicky out a lot, and also the cleaning team, because they're going to have a team that will also do detail cleaning. And then as our space opens more and more up, they'll be more involved with that. And also, I guess I should say, all the nurseries, kids' church space, really everything past the ramp will be closed off. We'll just come right in. You won't be able to really congregate in the lobby. Just asking you to walk through the doors, walk right into the sanctuary. When it's over, you'll walk right out, kind of in, staggered, and right out, back out into the parking lot. Okay, so there won't be any congregating in the lobby here at the beginning. And last thing, how can you help? So what we're asking you to do, is super simple, is just text. You're going to text 97,000. Now, it's a good number we have. It's not as convenient as texting Meineer, but we're asking you to text 97,000, 97000. Text to that number the date of the service. So, for example, June 14th would be our first service, so you'd put June 14th. Then you put your name. I would put Ron Marsiglio. Then underneath that, I would put how many guests are with my group, and there would be 5 of us. So I would put June 14th, Ron Marsiglio, and we probably need to put first and last name just because there's several families with the same last name, and then the number 5. We'll get that, and we'll be able to then cluster the chairs and be able to maximize the space accordingly and space it out. Okay, so anyway, that's the update. Thank you so much. I'll try to share some more with other details as I just don't want to make this really long. So hey guys, I am so looking forward to seeing you. I'm excited that we're going to be back together. Just let's continue to pray right now. Let's pray for our nation. Let's pray for God's direction. Truly, these are challenging times, but truly these are great days of opportunity for the gospel. So God bless you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.